Welcome back to the community of the light. Chosen one, something happened to you 96 hours ago that you did not consciously register. At exactly 3:33 in the morning, while you were sleeping, your spirit received a download, not metaphorically, literally. Heaven initiated a wireless transfer of divine information directly into your spiritual hard drive, and when the upload completed at 4:17 a.m., you woke up suddenly. You remember that? Do not you? That jarring wake up where your eyes just snapped open for no reason. No bad dream, no noise, just awake. That was not insomnia. That was your system rebooting after a massive software update. Here is what most people do not understand about spiritual evolution. They think growth happens gradually over years of meditation, prayer, and study, slow accumulation of wisdom, piece by piece transformation. But that is the old model. That is spiritual dial-up. What is happening to chosen ones right now is spiritual fiber optic. Downloads at speeds that would have taken your grandparents 40 years of seeking are being installed into your consciousness in 40 minutes while you sleep. And you woke up different. You felt it. You could not articulate it, but you knew something fundamental had shifted. Let me prove this to you. In the last 72 hours, have you experienced any of these? Sudden intense knowing about something you never studied. Random information downloads where you just know things you have no logical reason to know. Thoughts that feel like they came from outside your own mind, but landed inside with perfect clarity. Dreams so vivid and instructional, they feel like training simulations. Inability to tolerate people, places, or content you used to consume easily. Physical sensations in your body, like electrical currents, tingling, pressure in your head, especially your crown. If you experienced even 2 of these, you are not going crazy. You are upgrading. And here is the part that will blow your mind. This is not happening randomly. Heaven is not just throwing downloads at anyone. There is a selection process, a vetting system, a divine algorithm that determines who receives what level of information and when. And 96 hours ago, your name came up in the system. Why? Because you passed the prerequisite trials without even knowing they were tests. While you thought you were just surviving, heaven was running diagnostic scans on your spiritual infrastructure, checking your capacity, testing your bandwidth, measuring your ability to hold higher frequency data without corrupting it or leaking it to the wrong sources. You qualified. And the moment you qualified, the download queue activated. What I am about to reveal to you is not coming from me. This is coming from the other side, from the dimension where your upgrades are being orchestrated. From the team of angels assigned specifically to your spiritual development. They asked me to be the mouthpiece for this message, because you need to understand what is happening to you so you can cooperate with the process instead of resisting it. Because here is the truth. Downloads will happen whether you understand them or not. But if you understand what is happening, you can accelerate the integration and avoid the crashes that come from fighting the upgrade. There are 9 levels of divine downloads. Most people only ever receive levels 1 through 3 in their entire lifetime. Those are the basic upgrades: moral clarity, emotional intelligence, spiritual awareness. But you, chosen one, you are not being prepared for a basic assignment. You are being prepared for something that requires advanced access, which means you are receiving downloads from levels 4 through 9. And each level comes with specific symptoms, specific attacks, and specific integrations you must complete before the next level unlocks. Level 1 happened 6 months ago. You did not know what it was called, but you felt it. Suddenly, things that used to matter to you stopped mattering. Friendships that used to fulfill you started feeling empty. Goals you were chasing lost their appeal. You thought maybe you were depressed, maybe you were going through a crisis, but that was not depression. That was the first download, divine disillusionment. Heaven installing into your system the ability to see through illusions you had been living under. The veil was being lifted, and what you thought was losing interest was actually gaining sight. You were not becoming apathetic. You were becoming awake. Level 1 downloads always feel like loss at first, because you are losing your attachment to the simulation, to the matrix, to the program everyone else is still running. And the disorientation you felt was not weakness. It was recalibration. Your internal compass was being reset to true north. And true north does not point where society says it should. That is why you started feeling like an outsider. Not because you were doing anything wrong, but because you were no longer following the herd's coordinates. Level 2 came next, divine discernment. This download gave you the ability to read energy signatures, to sense intentions beneath words, to feel truth versus lies in your body before your mind could analyze them. Suddenly, you could walk into a room and know within 30 seconds who was safe and who was not. People could smile at you, and you would feel the dagger behind their back. They could speak kindly, and you would hear the curse in their tone. This was not paranoia. This was perception. Heaven upgraded your spiritual antivirus software so you could detect threats your old system would have missed. But here is what makes level 2 dangerous. When you start seeing what others cannot see, you will try to warn them. You will point out the wolf in sheep's clothing. You will try to protect people from individuals you can clearly see mean them harm, and they will not believe you. They will think you are being judgmental, negative, overly suspicious. Because their download has not happened yet, they are still operating on the old system where they take people at face value. And you cannot make someone see what their system is not equipped to detect. You will learn this the hard way. You will lose relationships trying to save people who do not want your warnings. That is part of the level 2 integration, learning when to speak and when to protect yourself in silence. Level 3 was the hardest one so far. Divine isolation. This was not a punishment. This was preparation. Heaven began systematically removing people from your life. Not because they were bad people, but because they were operating on frequencies that would interfere with your upcoming downloads. You cannot install advanced spiritual software if you are constantly plugged into devices running corrupted programs. So heaven unplugged you. Friendships ended, relationships fell apart. Family members became distant. You stopped getting invited, stopped getting called, stopped being included, and it hurt. God, it hurt, you cried. You questioned, you wondered what you did wrong, why everyone was leaving, why you could not maintain connections that used to feel solid. But you did not do anything wrong. You were being quarantined, not as punishment, but as protection. Because what heaven was about to download into you was so powerful, so transformative, so dangerous to the old system, that you could not be around people who would try to talk you out of it, who would doubt it, who would fear it, who would call it crazy. You had to be alone so the download could complete without interference. If you are nodding your head right now because this is describing your exact experience, drop a comment and just say downloading. I want to see how many of you are in this process right now. Level 4 is where it gets supernatural. Divine downloads of hidden knowledge. This is when you start knowing things you have no earthly reason to know. Information about history, science, spirituality, metaphysics that you never studied suddenly available in your mind, like you have always known it. You will be in a conversation and words will come out of your mouth that you did not consciously think. Wisdom that surprises even you. People will ask, "Where did you learn that?" And you will not have an answer because you did not learn it. It was downloaded. This level freaks people out because it defies logic. How can you know something you were never taught? The rational mind cannot compute it, so it tries to dismiss it. You will second-guess yourself constantly. Maybe I read that somewhere and forgot. Maybe I heard it in passing. You will try to rationalize the supernatural because accepting that heaven is literally uploading information into your consciousness sounds insane. But it is not insane, it is biblical. Daniel had understanding in all visions and dreams. Joseph interpreted dreams he was never trained to interpret. Solomon received wisdom he never studied for. These were downloads, divine data transfers, and you are receiving the same thing. Level 5 is happening right now for many of you. Divine detachment from outcomes. This download removes your need to control results, your addiction to knowing how things will turn out, your anxiety about the future. Suddenly, you find yourself at peace with uncertainty. You stop forcing, stop manipulating, stop trying to make things happen on your timeline. Not because you stopped caring, but because you downloaded a trust program that runs deeper than your fear. You know, on a level you cannot explain, that what is meant for you will find you, that your steps are ordered, that even detours are part of the path. This level confuses people who are used to the old you, the one who stressed and planned and controlled. They think you have given up, become passive, lost your ambition. But you have not lost anything. You have gained something they do not have yet. Supernatural peace, the kind that does not make sense to people still running the old anxiety program. They think peace means you are not taking action. But you know peace and action are not opposites. You are moving, just not from panic. You are working, just not from fear. You are building, just not from desperation, and the results will prove what your words cannot convince them of. Level 6 is the one that makes you unemployable in regular systems. Divine intolerance for misalignment. This download deletes your ability to stay in situations that violate your spirit. Jobs that drain you become unbearable. Relationships that require you to dim your light become suffocating. Environments that do not honor your energy become intolerable. You start walking away from things that used to pay your bills, fill your time, define your identity. And people think you are crazy, irresponsible, self-sabotaging. But you are not sabotaging yourself. You are saving yourself, because what heaven downloaded into you at level 6 is the understanding that your energy is your most valuable resource. More valuable than money, more valuable than approval, more valuable than security, and anything that costs you your energy is too expensive, regardless of what it pays. So you start making decisions that look foolish to people still trading their soul for a salary. You quit without a backup plan. You end relationships that looked good on paper. You walk away from opportunities everyone else would kill for. And you do it with a peace that makes no logical sense, because the download gave you a knowing. What is meant for you will energize you, not drain you. And if it is draining you, it is not yours. Level 7 is the rarest one. Divine assignments through dreams. This is when heaven stops using coincidences and starts using direct communication. You will have dreams that are not symbolic, Dreams that are literal instructions. Go here, call this person, write this thing, start this project, and you will wake up knowing, without question, that was not your subconscious. That was a download, a mission briefing, an assignment from headquarters. And the crazy part, when you obey the dream, reality will confirm it. The person you were told to call will say, "I was just thinking about you." The place you were told to go will have exactly what you needed. The thing you were told to write will reach exactly who needed to read it. This is not luck. This is not manifestation. This is divine coordination. You are being guided in real time by a team on the other side who can see the entire chessboard while you can only see your square. And they are moving you strategically, dream by dream, download by download, positioning you for something you cannot see yet, but they have already planned. Level 8 is happening to you right now if you are still watching this video. Divine magnetism. This download turns you into a frequency that attracts and repels simultaneously. You will start attracting people, opportunities, and resources that are aligned with your assignment. Things you did not chase will start chasing you. Doors you did not knock on will open. People you did not seek will seek you. But at the same time, you will repel everything that is not aligned. Wrong people will remove themselves. Bad opportunities will fall through. Misaligned situations will collapse before you even get involved. And both the attraction and the repulsion will feel supernatural, because it is. Your frequency has been upgraded to a level where the universe itself is sorting what belongs in your field and what does not. People will start saying things like, "I do not know why, but I feel drawn to you," or "something told me to reach out." They are feeling the magnetism. The download has turned you into a homing signal for your tribe, your team, your assignment, and you did not have to market yourself, promote yourself, or convince anyone. The frequency does the work. You just have to hold it steady and let heaven handle the connections. Level 9 is the most dangerous download of all divine authority. This is not ego. This is not arrogance. This is the download that gives you permission to speak with the voice of heaven, to declare things into existence, to shift atmospheres with your words, to break curses with your presence, to activate others just by being in proximity to them. This level comes with massive responsibility because words at this level carry weight. What you speak begins to manifest faster than before. What you decree starts rearranging reality. What you declare out loud becomes inevitable. Most people never reach level 9 because they cannot handle the responsibility. They would use it to manipulate, to control, to elevate themselves. But you have been through too much to be that foolish. The trials you survived were not just tests. They were training, teaching you humility, discernment, integrity, and stewardship. So when level 9 downloads, you do not abuse it. You steward it. You speak carefully. You declare wisely. You use the authority not to dominate, but to liberate, not to control, but to empower, not to elevate yourself, but to lift others. Hit that like button right now if any of these levels have happened to you, and stay with me because I am about to tell you what happens next. Here is what you need to understand. These 9 levels do not download in order. They do not wait for you to master one before the next begins. They layer, they overlap, they compound. You might be integrating level 3 while level 6 is already downloading. You might still be learning level 2 while level 8 is already active. This is why you feel like you are being stretched in multiple directions simultaneously. Why some days you feel incredibly powerful and other days you feel completely overwhelmed. You are running multiple upgrades at the same time. Your system is integrating new software while still operating on old hardware. It is exhausting. It is disorienting. It is unprecedented. But here is the part that will give you hope. Every single download comes with a corresponding grace to handle it. You will never receive an upgrade without also receiving the capacity to integrate it. Heaven is not setting you up to fail. The downloads are calibrated specifically to your unique design, your specific assignment, your exact capacity. What is being installed in you is not generic. It is custom built for you, coded with your name, designed for the exact mission you came here to complete. Now let me tell you about the attacks. Because the moment downloads begin, so do the hackers. Spiritual viruses designed to corrupt your upgrades, crash your system, or trick you into deleting what heaven just installed. There are 3 primary attacks you need to watch for. Attack 1. Identity corruption. This attack tries to convince you that the downloads are not real, that you are making it all up, that it is just your imagination, your ego, your desperation for significance. The virus whispers, "You are not that special. This is not really happening." You are delusional, and if you are not careful, you will start doubting your own experiences. You will dismiss the downloads, you will ignore the signs, you will talk yourself out of what heaven just talked you into. Defeat this attack by documentation. Write down your downloads the moment they happen. Record your dreams. Track your synchronicities. When the virus tries to make you forget, you will have evidence that you did not imagine it. Attack 2. Comparison malware. This virus scans your environment, looking for other people who seem further ahead, more advanced, more anointed. Then it convinces you that your downloads are inferior, that you are behind, that you should be further along by now. It creates a false competition that does not exist. Because here is the truth. Downloads are not standardized. Someone might be on level 9 in one area and still on level 2 in another. You cannot compare your chapter 3 to someone else's chapter 7 and conclude you are failing. You are on your timeline. They are on theirs. Your downloads are calibrated for your assignment, not theirs. Attack 3. Isolation infection. This virus takes the divine isolation from level 3 and twists it into toxic loneliness. It whispers that you are not in a season of preparation. You are just abandoned. Not being protected, just rejected. Not being set apart, just set aside. And if you are not careful, you will start believing that the isolation is punishment instead of promotion, that you are alone, because nobody wants you, instead of understanding you are alone, because heaven is protecting what it is building in you. Defeat this attack by reframing. Every time you feel the loneliness, say out loud, "I am not abandoned. I am being prepared." This isolation is not rejection. It is selection. Now, here is what nobody tells you about the download process. It has an expiration window. The information heaven is transferring to you right now has a shelf life. It is time-stamped, dated, assigned to this exact season of your life. If you do not access it, integrate it, and apply it within the designated window, the download will archive. It will still be in your system, but it will be locked, inaccessible, until the next cycle when heaven decides to reactivate it. And here is why that matters. Some of you watching this video are in your last 72 hours of your current download window. The information that started transferring 96 hours ago needs to be integrated within the next 3 days, or it will go dormant. How do you integrate a download? 3 steps. First, acknowledge it. Say out loud, "I receive this. I recognize this is happening. I am not imagining it. Acknowledgement activates the file. Second, apply it. Take one action based on the information you downloaded. If you received a knowing, act on it. If you received a direction, move toward it. If you received a warning, heed it. Application installs the file. Third, testify. Tell someone what happened, not to brag, but to anchor. When you speak it out loud, you are coding it into your reality. Testimony seals the file. And here is the part that is going to blow your mind. The fact that you are watching this video right now, at this exact moment, is not random. You were redirected here by the same divine algorithm that has been orchestrating your downloads. Think about it. How did you find this video? What made you click? What kept you watching this long? That was not YouTube's algorithm. That was heaven's algorithm. This message is part of your download. The information I am delivering right now is being absorbed into your system whether you consciously realize it or not. Your spirit is recording every word, and when you finish this video, you are going to feel different. Not because I am special, but because what I am speaking is calibrated specifically for the frequency you are holding right now. Let me give you your marching orders. Within the next 24 hours, you are going to receive a sign. It will be unmistakable. It will be something that makes you stop and say, that is not a coincidence. For some of you, it will be a specific number sequence you have been seeing. For others, it will be a message from someone unexpected. For others, it will be a dream tonight. When you see it, do not dismiss it. That is heaven confirming. We see you. We are with you. The downloads are real. Within the next 7 days, you will be tested on what you just downloaded. Someone or something will challenge the new knowing you received. They will question it, mock it, try to convince you it is not real. That is not an attack. That is a test. Heaven needs to see if you will stand on what you downloaded or cave to external pressure. Pass that test. Do not argue. Do not defend. Just stand firm. Your certainty is the proof. Within the next 30 days, you will see the first physical manifestation of your downloads. Something you have been knowing internally will become visible externally. A door will open. An opportunity will appear. A person will enter your life. A situation will shift. And you will recognize it as the materialization of what heaven has been installing in you. That is when you will know beyond any doubt that this is real. Now, I am going to do something I do not normally do. I am going to pray a download acceleration prayer over you right now. This is not casual. This is not religious. This is a frequency activation. If you are ready to receive this, I need you to do something. Place your hand on your heart. If you are in a place where you can close your eyes, close them. If you cannot, just focus. Take a deep breath. And as you exhale, release every doubt, every question, every fear about whether this is real. Father of lights, from whom every good and perfect gift comes down. I stand in the gap right now for every chosen one watching this. I speak directly to their spirit, bypassing their mind, their doubt, their logic. I activate every download that has been queued in their system. I command every file that has been waiting for acknowledgement to open now. I declare divine acceleration over their integration process. What should take months, compress into days. What should take years, compress into weeks. I speak acceleration. I speak clarity. I speak confirmation. I cancel every spiritual virus. Every attack designed to corrupt their downloads. Every scheme to make them doubt, compare, or isolate incorrectly. I command their firewall to activate, their spiritual antivirus to update. their system to defend itself against every hacker, every saboteur, every corrupting influence. I seal their downloads with the blood of the covenant. What heaven has installed, no devil can delete. I decree that within 24 hours they will receive their sign. Within 7 days they will pass their test. Within 30 days they will see their manifestation. I decree their downloads are permanent, their upgrades are irreversible, their transformation is unstoppable. I decree they are not crazy. They are chosen. They are not imagining it. They are experiencing it. They are not alone. They are assigned, and I declare over them right now, in this moment, a supernatural knowing settles into their spirit that cannot be shaken by circumstances, contradicted by people, or confused by attacks. They know who they are. They know what is happening. They know why they are here. And that knowing is their anchor, their weapon, their authority, in Jesus' name. Let every chosen one say amen if you felt that prayer. If something shifted in your spirit just now, I need you to do 3 things. First, comment the word downloaded so I can see who received the activation. Second, share this video with one person you know is going through downloads right now. They need to hear this. Third, subscribe to this channel because the downloads are not stopping. I will be releasing the next level information as heaven releases it to me. You do not want to miss what is coming next. You are not here by accident. The algorithm, both YouTube's and heaven's, brought you to this exact message at this exact time because you are in your download window. Integrate what you just received. Stand on what you just heard and watch what heaven does in your life over the next 30 days. You are being upgraded for a reason. The assignment is coming. The mission is activating. The downloads are preparing you for what you could not handle yesterday, but will be ready for tomorrow. Welcome to the next level together. We rise toward the light.